Hello, welcome to my channel. Renzo here. Okay, let's paint a new portrait. Okay, the colors I have are titanium white, chrome yellow, cadmium orange, cadmium red, alizarin crimson, vivid rose, emerald green, raw umber, phthalo blue, and ivory black. Okay. Okay, let's see. I'm going to start just painting just with values. Okay, and what I mean is I'm not gonna just start with a linear drawing. I'm squinting down my eyes, and first I'm gonna use raw umber and a little bit of linseed oil to just paint the darker values I see here. Okay, just pretty lightly. Squinting down my eyes. Basically, when you squint down your eyes, you're gonna see. If you check out this photograph, you're gonna see this shape, dark shape. So basically, I'm kind of framing the whole face here. Okay. Now, thinking about values, this area is the lightest light. Okay, that means that's the lighter value. Okay, we see the light is just looks kind of a cool light. When you see the light and you don't see any yellowish color, it means that you're in front of a cool light, because the sunlight is pretty warm, it's pretty yellowish. Okay, that's gonna be my lightest light. Next, a mid-tone here. Mid-tone, and the other light that I see is just here, her dress, a little bit here. I'm squinting on my eyes just to see that. Now, when it's about color, we can change temperature. Okay, I can change the color of this. I could change the color of this. Now, the next, the value, that's the background, and the darker values, that's gonna be the hair, and that's gonna be even the skin here. I mean, not as dark as the hair, but what I mean, let's say a mid-tone. Okay, I'm gonna draw the hand. I need just a knockdown orangey color, just raw umber, orange, and a touch of cadmium red. Okay, a touch of baby rose. Okay, let's see. Now, I'm gonna add more raw umber. I'm gonna knock down this color a little bit more. I'm gonna knocking down this color a lot first. Not too much paint. I'm gonna add more paint on top. I got this raw umber from Winton. If you mix this raw umber with white, you're gonna get a neutral gray, just like you got when the one that you think you're gonna get when you mix black and white. That you think, okay, I'm gonna get gray, but when you mix black and white, you get a bluish gray. When you mix this raw umber from Winton with white, you really have a neutral gray. Hello, Michael. Hello, Larry. Hello, Sharon. Hello, Mark. Hello, Brigitte. Hello, Marianne. Hello, Timothy. Thank you. Okay. Thank you for being here. Now, let's, okay. This mid-tone kind of grayish mid-tone. That's gonna be for the face, the shoulder, okay, and the hand. I'm squinting down my eyes and just painting, just, mid-tones. Okay, keep squinting down my eyes and I compare. That's okay. When I squinting down my eyes, I see the photograph is kind of blurry. I do it a lot, it's pretty blurry, and just I'm comparing that. Okay, if I open my eyes, I see the photograph with all those details, and my painting, that you see this. I mean, there's no way to compare that. I need to squint down my eyes a lot. That way, the photograph, it becomes blurry without any detail, and now I'm able to compare that with this. Okay, now I was thinking about color. Okay, and I'm gonna just make this a little bit darker to have my focal point obviously here. That's the face. I can just think, when you think about creating your own color harmony, okay, the first thing that you gotta think is about contrast. Okay, that's gonna be between complementary colors. That's gonna be just one color, monochromatic harmony. Okay, remember, when you're gonna create a monochromatic harmony, basically is you just think about just one color and all the variations you can get just by mixing that color with white, with gray, and black. Okay. You got 1,000 color mixing of just one color, mixing with just those, white, black, and gray. That would be a monochromatic color harmony. Okay. Now, when I paint, basically, when we paint in general, we copy a photograph. At the same time, when we want to add something more, we basically use the information that we already acquired by painting more paintings, with different color harmonies. In my case, I have painted once a woman with a blue hair. I like it. And in my head, I'm just thinking about that, okay? It could be a blue hair. Again, you can repeat that, that's okay. You can just repeat that so many times. I'm thinking, I painted once another portrait with the light of the face, it was green. Okay? That was pretty nice. And another one's the light on the face, it was just gray. Sorry, it was orange, yellow, and pink. And I was thinking now, okay, what if the light here, okay, I need a bigger brush. Just 1 second. Oops, I don't find a bigger brush. This one, I think, is going to be just fine. Okay. Let's imagine that you have a warm color. The light that hits the face is warm. Well, I got a question here. Approximately how big is the canvas that you're painting on? That's Mark Ayers asking me that. That would be like maybe 10 by 10 inches. Oh, here, the whole canvas, counting with this area, that would be like 10 by 12 or 16. I don't remember. But it's between that. At the end, the painting, the area that of the painting is usually 9 by 9 inches. Okay. The light hits the face. Okay. The light is just warm. Okay. That's representing, this color is representing a warm color, warm light hitting this area. Okay, so it could hit this area too. Okay, now, but if I just break the rule about the color of the light here, I could just paint the face with a pink color. Okay, I could use vivid rose with white. Okay, squinting down my eyes still is the lighter area here, because one thing that I want to just keep is the values from the photograph. I could change that too, but for the beginning, that's the thing is gonna just kind of give me a basic value structure. Okay. Hello Carrie, hello Jermaine, hello Lilia. Lily's asking, what kind of canvas do you use? Asking because it's the same color every time. I see you or you prepared before. Oh, yeah, just basically what I this originally a white canvas. I added a layer of acrylic. Yeah, just a transparent layer of acrylic. I mixed usually orange and blue, and I got kind of an orangey color, brownish orangey color, and I add that just to have, I don't know, a base there. Well, now I'm gonna be adding some colors here and there, and then I'm gonna try to adjust them and see what color harmony works better. For example, every painting here is always a practice, a challenge. Okay, and sometimes I'm gonna get some maybe color harmonies that I don't want to, but I try to respect the rules. Okay, that's what I basically use more than anything. I don't use basically my idea or my sense or what I think is gonna work. I use the rules. I break up the rules to create more contrast, and from there, obviously, painting is not a perfect science. That means that it's got to be a combination between what you see, what you know, and what do you want to see. It means that you copy something, you're creating at the same time a different color harmony. Okay, you're using the practice and knowledge and all the things that you have seen. Okay, that's kind of what I do here. And let's see, because every time it's a challenge. Let's see the words. Hello Mo what? Daruche, saying hello from France. Hello Monique. Hello Sylvia. Hello CD Betcree. Thank you. Okay, thank you. Hello Subimar. Hello ER and German. Okay. Okay. Yeah, let's continue here. I got a little bit of blue here, this yellow here. I need some Q-tips because I'm gonna be wiping off some paint. Usually, if I wanna just draw the eyes, which are darker, if I paint on top of a lighter color, just gonna give me a hard time to get the right value and color. Okay, and it means that I'm gonna need to wipe off some areas. Since the painting is pretty small, I think just using Q-tips is gonna work pretty good. Okay. Now let's mix more raw umber and white. A little bit of linseed oil, a little bit of coffee for me. Okay. Or I can add the same light on the hand. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I work with the photograph next to my canvas. If is the same size, okay? That allows me to compare. Just if I just use a brush long enough to just reach the photograph on my left, I'm gonna check out the alignment. That makes things easier when it's about drawing. Okay. A little bit of blue here. Okay, a little bit of lizard crimson. I'm gonna get some purple. Okay, a little bit of emerald green with white. Okay, just smaller brush, a liner brush for drawing a little bit. Okay. Hello, Jalal. Hello. Okay. Hello. Yeah. Thank you. was thinking the light it could be like this. Let me think. The light is hitting like this. Okay, anyway. You know, now I'm thinking that I had too much space up here. We can just add just more hair. Okay, let's draw a little bit of the face. Now that I got values, now I'm thinking about a linear drawing. Okay. Okay, let's see. How tilted are the eyebrows? Okay. The shape here. Shape here. Here we check out the shape between the eyebrow and the eyes. Okay, usually because this is a darker value, a mid-tone, let's say, and that's what I see when I squint on my eyes. I see a darker area here. Try that. You know, you got the photograph there. Squint on your eyes, you're gonna see this and this shape. The same here. Now every time that I, for example, lay down this brush stroke, I'm thinking about the alignment, the distance between the eyes and the nose, because the nose is just there. You can check out the relationship between this and this. Okay, when I'm doing this, I'm thinking about this corner and this corner. I keep basically using horizontal and vertical axis all the time. Every time that I draw or paint is the same. Every time they're gonna lay down the brush stroke to draw the mouth, I'm just thinking, for example, this corner with the eye, the left, up, an angle, anything that I could use to get at the position of the, you know, the mouth, the nose, and the eyes. Obviously, always thinking about the center line of the face, you know, alignments and all of that. Okay, now let's see the hand. A little bit of linseed oil. Just thinking. A little bit of red mixed with raw umber and a little bit of alizarin crimson. Okay, I think I already have too much colors. You notice red here, red, pink, this kind of grayish color, yellow, a little bit of blue, and some touches of green. Okay, now let's see. I like the gray here. Obviously, a grayish area is always kind of create some resting area for the eyes. Okay, and as soon as you have, the rule says as soon as you have a grayish area, your eyes are going to be able to rest and see the painting and move around. Okay, usually from left to right, move like this and see the colors. And the areas with a lot of color, it gotta be just smaller portion of the painting. How about the skin color here? I think I'm gonna just paint the skin color just with gray for now. See? Hello, Tien. Hello, Steve. Okay, feel free to ask me any question. Okay. You will know if I don't answer your question, it's because I don't know the answer. Okay. Okay, let's think about the face. The face is a rounded, let's say, object. Okay, when you paint a rounded object, you gotta think about the value scale. Where's the light coming from? Where is the light, midtones, and shadows? Okay. The information is there on the photograph, but we need to think about that. When we think about that, remember that we're thinking about a primary form, which is what? The sphere. Okay? More blue here. So Marion is asking me, are you using acrylics or oils? I'm using oils. Just thinking for a second. Okay. Okay, let's continue. Okay, now which one should be brighter, this one or this one? Okay, I need an accent here or just here. Okay, which one between these two? I mean, in this one, these three. I know the brightest area is this one, but a warm color definitely, drive the attention. This warmer color. Okay, I can keep it warm, but I can just knock it down a little bit instead. I mean, like let's say not yellowish, more like yellow ochre. Okay. Let's see. I just added a few brush strokes to be able to see if that works. Okay. Just thinking. I'm gonna pick up some pure pink. Okay, I just want to see how it looks, like more saturated, because first it has a little white. Okay, that's too saturated, and one thing is it's too dark. If I squint on my eyes, this one looks as dark as, let's say, of this value here. That's not gonna work as just light. That means I need to light up that. white to light up this. Hello Praveen, hello Steve, Whelan. You're after getting to really like the toothy brush. Yeah, I love these brushes. These ones. Oh, Lindia is asking me, how do you choose what colors for your undertones? Undertones, do you mean my canvas? Or do you mean the colors on the arrangement here on the paint? For the canvas, it usually is the same all the time, you know. It's just like I change from time to time, but it's usually mid-tone. If you go back on my videos, you're gonna see that I have used so many times for a long time, just a grayish canvas, just gray. And then this orangey canvas. Now for the midtones about the painting. First, I'm caring a lot about values. I'm squinting down my eyes and I try to see the same value arrangement as I see on the photograph. Okay. What is light is light. I'm just changing the color. Just imagine that you're just painting a box, just a box. One, you know, let's say that you turn on one light and you turn the yellow light and you turn on the other side of the box, from the right the yellow light, from the left the blue light. You're gonna have different colors on one side and the other side. Okay, the thing is that painters, we should be able to use our imagination and turn on or turn off those lights. Okay, we know about values. And what values? What values basically is a gradation from light to shadow. Okay, now you know that if I tell you create a value scale of red, pick up red, you make it lighter, you make it dark, you have a value scale there. Yeah. Now, when you're painting and trying to be just, let's say, creative about color, you use your imagination and turn on one light. This is the light I see. I'm creating just using my imagination. It's gonna work. Yeah. If I respect the values and I'm trying to get a nice balance. What I mean is, I respect the amount of colors. Like if I have a really vivid accent, it's not gonna be on 50% of the painting, just on a smaller area. It should work, okay? If I echo the color to create harmony, it should work. If I just group the colors by saturation and value, it should work, okay? That's what we usually do. When you pick up, let's say, these colors on the palette, and you try to create a harmony with all of them, you know, that's gonna be pretty difficult. Even trying to manipulate the proportion, you know, I'm not saying that it's not possible. I'm just saying that's difficult. When you just basically knock down the colors, gray down the colors, it's easy to work with them. Okay, and what I have here, a lot of gray down colors, okay, and a few of them are accents like this and this, basically just that, and some, let's say, color accents, tones, you know, this touch of red, sorry, touch of green, here, and there's gonna add more, you know, maybe a touch of red, or yellow over there, over here. That's gonna create some vibration in those smaller areas. And that I do that following this rule of this called simultaneous contrast. Okay, what is simultaneous contrast? When you place two colors that are opposite. Okay, and it's just like, imagine just adding red and green. Try to use the same value. In that way you add the maximum contrast. Okay, let's say that I pick up this red and I light up and I put it just next to green here. Okay, just in that smaller area. But the idea is just to have the same value. I don't know if you both see this, green and red. That little thing here, it creates a vibration. The rule says that creates more color. Okay, that's what the book says. Color theory, any color theory book, you're gonna find that information. That's not new information. You know, sadly, I'm not bringing in any new information. The thing is, and why it's difficult, because it's difficult just because to balance this thing about color, to create a nice balance that you say, hey, that's a good painting. It's just that, it's just so difficult. And the thing is that there are some rules, like this rule about amounts, like 10% of the painting should be just saturated colors. There should be just on 5% or 10% of the paint, or even less than that. No, 10% that would be too much. 5%. That means the rule says basically that if you wanna add just a pure orange, you gotta just do it in a smaller area. If you just overdo it, you're gonna break up the balance. Okay, and where are the colors that gotta be like everywhere? Okay, those are what we call the muddy colors, dirty colors. Okay, why we are so afraid of that? Why we call them muddy colors, dirty colors, and we want to get rid of those colors? Because we don't know how to control them. We don't know. You don't know. You know, I'm still learning. And it's so difficult. And since we don't know how to control, how to create balance, we say, oh, I got a lot of muddy colors. And you think that it's about mixing colors. And it's not about mixing colors. Okay? It's about balance. It's about where you place those colors. I didn't understand that for years. But one teacher told me once, because he told me, no, it's not about muddy colors, okay? Stop repeating that, because I was just saying that all the time. Like, for me, it was impossible to get the colors I wanted. And the teacher, it's not about those colors. It's not about dirty colors. That doesn't exist. The thing is that you don't know where to place those colors. Okay? And he tried to teach me, obviously. You know. The only thing that I realized that, you know, that was true. I didn't know how to place those colors to make them work in harmony with the other ones, to have the accents. Yeah. That's a lesson that it could take years. Okay? But before that, you know, I remember this teacher, which I thought, you know, the first time that I heard his advice, like, you know, that's not true. You know, it's just like, I don't care about that. You know, I learned that was true, but the thing is that, and he keeps saying me, well, one thing first, you gotta be able to control values, and then you wanna control color. You gotta kind of tame color, like a wild horse. And that, if you don't know yet how to control, how to just be able to create volume, control values, you're not going to be able to control colors. But wait, we were speaking about creating our own. You know, at that time I was trying to create my own color compositions because I was experimenting. When it's about copying, like painting a still life or painting, you know, a portrait, that's different. Then you gotta just stick to as much as possible to the photograph. That's for sure. There's nothing wrong about that. There's nothing wrong about anything, you know. Nothing at all. It depends what you want. And at that time, I was experimenting with my own compositions, the things that I wanted to create. Yeah. And when I was doing that, I ended up with some colors that I didn't want it. Obviously, I was so used to copy from real life, you know, when I got to the time that I should, because on the School of Art where I studied, it was like, you know, first year you painted just still lives, second year was like portraits, the third year it was about human figure, and we got always a model there for portraits, a model for human figure, you know, real still lives there. And then all of a sudden on the last year it was, okay, now you're free to create whatever you want. And I said, okay. And I started to, you know, create whatever I want. And I realized that I was able to draw whatever I want. Human figure, you know, portrait from memory, or getting some magazines from here, there, and creating, changing a little bit here, changing a little bit there, or just by memory. But when it came about color, that's when the struggle began, you know. Because there are a few things that I could get away with. For example, because a human figure is skin color is skin color. We all know, maybe if we don't able to mix it with a little bit of effort, we're gonna be able to mix it. Sky, we know what's the color of the sky. That's okay with that. The problem is when you want to create something so realistic, and that's what I wanted. You know, I don't want, for example, I didn't want that blue sky. I wanted a pink or green sky. And then all of a sudden my sky was so green that all you see was the sky. And I didn't have a good balance between all those colors. That's the thing. Yes, you know, the thing is that with time, kind of learn to control about a little bit that. But every time is a challenge. Every time. That's why painters usually, you know, teachers usually suggested, hey, do a lot of sketches, and then you pick up one. In those sketches, you gotta use the color theory, you know, that you have learned about balancing color, about edges, all those things, you know, all those boring things that you don't want to hear about. Hello, Gary. Hello, Mervat. Hello, Arabi. Hello, Michael Blevins. Volume more important than color. Yeah. Yeah, that's value is always more important than color. Because that's the structure. Because of values we see things. And that's the base, the structure. You know, but I mean, speaking about realistic paintings, yeah, it's just like nothing is absolute when it's about painting. We have so many options. You know, I was just watching the other day. Um, no, it's not an interview. It was kind of a conversation, just between two artists. And one guy was saying, value is more important than color. And I was like, yeah, okay, yes, of course. And the other artist says, no, I don't think. I think the color is more important than value. Okay. She made her point, but I think at the same time, one thing that happens with color has a value. There's no way to separate. Every time that you mix in a color, when the color is lighter or darker, well, it's darker or lighter. Why? Because it has a value. Value and color is just kind of, let's say, one thing that stick together. I got this pinky nose that I don't think that I should keep it. I'm gonna try to knock it down, this pinky nose. Oh, I got another photograph. I did with Photoshop and make it lighter to see the hair, because the hair is too dark on this photograph. Okay, I got this one, and I can see some. Oh, for painting hair, these brushes are really nice. Okay, if I keep the hair kind of bluish, no, I think that would be too much color. I already have a lot. Pink, kind of blue here, red, kind of yellow, orange color. Okay, I'm gonna keep the light pinky here, but for the hair, I'm gonna use this color. Now maybe I'm gonna need to wipe off this area because I had some blue, and obviously you add yellow, you get green. But I'm not gonna wipe off this now. I need to see if I have a happy accident. I clean the brush every time, before I pick up more paint from the palette. I don't want to pollute the color of my palette. Let's see. Hello, Mariam. Hello, Nikki. I gotta narrow the face. Eh? I think I got the face a little bit wider. Okay, I'm gonna continue working on the eyes first. Okay, that's one thing. Let me think. Okay, speaking about color and color harmony. Okay, and I remember just okay, imagine this thing, that you got orange, that's pretty pure, saturated, pretty vivid orange. Okay, and you move that orange close, you gray down the orange. Okay, you move that orange here a little bit. You got in the other extreme of your palette, gray, just a mid-tone, gray. Just mix black and white, not bluish gray. Try to get a neutral gray. I got a neutral gray when I mix this raw umber from Winton with white. I think that could work. Okay, now imagine that each color here, orange, blue, red, yellow, and here gray, just gray, and you mix a little bit of that gray. When all the colors get closer to gray, the thing that I learned when I was studying that I could just use all of them, it creates nice harmonies. It was like I didn't have the problem that one color was just too bright, the other one was too bright, all of them were too bright. Yeah? And the thing is that at the same time, I ended up with a lot of muddy colors. I remember one of my teachers saying, "Hey, that's good." And I said, "That's not good. I mean, I got a lot of muddy colors." Yeah, but the thing is that now you gotta learn how close you're moving all those colors to gray. When to stop. Can you kind of gray is here, color is here. You move it here, here, here. You stop there, and you use all those colors in that row of grayish. Or you use this with another ones that are a bit more colorful. Yeah. The thing is that it's easier when you got kind of gray down colors, and you add some accents. Use some few accents. Okay. Yeah. Now it's more difficult when you want to work with a lot of saturated colors. Okay. And the other thing that I learned, that every time that I wanted to work with more saturated colors, it's always a mess. When I'm working with a more desaturated colors, I always end up with muddy colors. And I was like, oh my God, there's not like one point that that is gonna work. And the thing that every time I mean, that's not gonna stop. Okay, maybe for some painters that stop at some point, they're able to repeat and repeat, but usually that doesn't stop. On every painting is the same challenge about the balance. Okay. Imagine now if I pick up, for example, this green, emery green, and I paint all this area green, just with pure green. Okay? Do you think that's gonna work? Now imagine the same green, but I grade down this green a lot. I grade down the green a lot. Not light up, not darken up, just the same value. And I paint all this. I think, you're gonna see the color green is there, grayish. You say, well, okay. But you see a pure green there, you say, wow, what's that? So huge, so big, so saturated. Okay. Now you gotta be able to imagine every color the same way. Like, I'm thinking, what if I pick up light blue and I replace this yellow with light blue here and here? Okay. Or light violet or light green, and the color is a bit more saturated, a bit less saturated. Oh. Hello, Sylvanist Bone. Hello, Larry. Larry says to me, when do you change your brush to the rake style brush? No, I bought this like a month ago, I think, a couple of months. It came on a set, and I did use a little bit, and I like it, the texture. I like it, I'm gonna keep using until I get bored, and I go back to my regular brushes, or maybe I'm gonna find another brush. Who knows? I mean, there's not like a lot of brushes out there with different. Yeah. It's the same with color. So lately, I've been just enjoying changing the color a lot and adding more saturated colors. Not like a lot of saturation on the whole painting, but definitely more saturated colors. And a little bit of a loose brush stroke, and I don't know how that's gonna last. I say that because I love painting like, I'm not saying like smooth out the painting a lot, but I love that. Okay, I've been painting like that for years. Yeah, one way or the other, the important thing is just paint. It's just to paint. But if somebody wants to, you know, the store where I got these ones, I think in any store you're gonna get these ones. But the store where I got these ones, it's called here Dollar City. Dollar City. I think you'll got. It's not like you're gonna find a set of all these with all these brushes. On the set of 5 brushes that you got for $2, you're gonna find one. If you see that I got, you know, two. Oh, let me see. Wait. I got like 4 or 5 different sizes. I got so many brushes on my table. Sometimes I confuse all of them, but the thing is that if I got 3 or 4, it's because I bought like four or 5 sets of this to get just one of this brush for each set. Until I go to you know, a real art store and I got a real, you know, set of those brushes. Hola, Miriam. Hello, Bob. Just thinking right now, thinking a little bit. Okay, let's continue with. Okay, let's draw the hand. Oh, I need to narrow the face. Yeah. Narrow the face and the neck. got two pinks here. One pink is this vivid color in white, and the other one is camion red and white. Okay. But right now, basically, I'm just thinking about drawing. What I mean is linear drawing. You know, when you when you try to copy as much as possible. Okay. All the details, the shape of the face, the mouth. For that, okay, obviously I use values but in a different way. It's just like I squint on my eyes and I think about just darker values. Okay, and I see darker here, darker here, darker here. Okay, just 1 second. Somebody's knocking the door. Just 1 second, please. I'll be back in a minute. Oh, I'm back. You know, that was my neighbor. She got an mayor by mistake. My mayor. Yeah. Okay. Oh, I was saying that to copy, thinking, for example, here's a little bit darker. There's some darker spots here and there. Okay, then here. Okay, the upper lip is darker than the bottom lip. Okay, now things that are difficult to see, for example, this area here is rounded. Yeah, there is a bump here, there is a bump here, here too, here, and the chin, obviously. Those are the things that sometimes are difficult to see. Now we need to know a little bit of that first, a little bit of knowledge about the shape of the face, a little bit of anatomy, just to understand what is beneath the skin, and that way we start to know why we see a little bit of light here and there. Okay, and when we don't see it, we got the knowledge to just paint sometimes without seeing those little things. But usually what happens that when we know that something is there, it's kind of our brain tends to look for it. Where is it? Where is it? Where is this light that I know is here? Why don't I see it? Why don't I see this light here, for example, in here? Why don't I see a little bit of a bump here and here? Well, your brain is gonna just look for those. But if you don't know what you're gonna look for, you don't know. Okay, just you don't need to study anatomy to the point that you're gonna learn all the names, but just drawing the skull from time to time, it's gonna help you. I mean, not just watching a skull. You need to draw it. When you draw it, you're capturing something. Okay, you pick up information from there. If you don't draw it, it's not enough. I mean, that's what I think. Maybe somebody has a different opinion. Maybe just by just seeing a scar and understand the shape, that would be enough. Yeah, maybe, But the thing is that when you start to look for those shapes, lights that you wouldn't pay attention to when you don't know about that. Okay, painting a portrait is just like it's a map that you need to know each detail on this map. You need to know all those bumps here and there, depressions here and there. Okay, and the thing is, when you don't see them, is when your brain take action and paint those things. if you want to lay down a color that's a bit more saturated, you don't want kind of gray down the color, just lay down the brush stroke and leave it there. Because otherwise it's gonna get mixed. The other thing that you could do is just let the paint dry and try and work on different layers, because when it's wet on wet, you gotta remember that the mixing doesn't stop just on the palette, it continues on the painting. As soon as you lay down more paint, the mixing is going on there, because it obviously depends on the style, but what I mean is that if I lay down a brush stroke there and don't touch it, maybe the color that I mixed here is going to be the same, but since I gotta just kind of move it to be able to get the light in the position I want, maybe a little bit up, a little bit down. Now when I'm doing this and the painting is wet, a mixing is happening here between the previous color and this one. Okay, you just step back, check out, make adjustments, mix more paint, and just paint again. That's why what happens is that we go back to the palette again and again, mix a little bit, lay down a brush stroke. We see the color is not working, go back to the palette again and again until we got the color and the value we want. There's no reason, for example, that to don't mix a lot of paint for me. It's because every time that I go back to the palette, I can just change the color a little bit. Okay, and I'm not gonna have the same color. You just a little bit of blue, a little bit of green, a little bit of pink. But that's when I want to get more colors. Sometimes I don't want that. Sometimes I just want the same color there. I don't want to mix the color again and again to match the area that I already painted with that color. In that case, it's different. In that case, I would say prepare a lot of paint. And that way you're not gonna mix and mix again. Okay. Now let's see. If I add in, you see green there, yeah? Light green, and everything is pinky there. Okay. If we just gray down or light up both colors to the same value, we can put those colors next to each other. Okay, what's gonna happen, they're gonna live together, at the same time they're gonna create more color in that smaller area than just painting just one flat color. Okay, like for example here, what's the opposite color of this? This says this. If the same value, yeah, that's gonna be tricky because the color is gonna get mixed here. Yeah, but let's the thing I think you all got the idea, yeah. We can just we got opposite colors and we can just match the value and how saturated are the colors. You can just make those colors share the same area. Okay, but one is going to be, I mean, not to the point that you wouldn't know what's the color here. Is this light violet or yellow ochre? No, no. You gotta just be able to see that that's just yellow ochre. And those touches are just there, creating more color, but not changing, let's say, the local color. And by adding more color, you're starting to change the local color. You gotta just basically pick up the yellow ochre and paint on top again. Not completely, paint to the point that you're gonna see that the color again is just it. You can rate the color as just yellow ochre or any other color. Thinking where's the lightest light on the forehead. I think it's just here, and mixing yellow and white and adding a little bit of paint. And it's not my intention to make it just yellowish. I'm keeping a little bit of the pink there, all the other colors there, okay. Now I'm doing the same here, okay? You see this grayish, kind of greenish even, and adding pink. Okay, I can add a different color, just being careful, keeping the same value in saturation. Even you can add a color with different temperature. So everything is cool in there, and just add some warm color. Oh, let's work on the hand. Okay. I'm gonna mix black and a touch of alizarin crimson, more alizarin crimson. I want a really dark red. Okay. Here. I'm just adding some accents. Okay. Black and alizarin crimson. Okay. Smaller brush. Let's see if I outline the contour. can exaggerate the curve on the finger. Okay. Just to add a bit of more movement to the hand. Okay. Oh, it doesn't look real anymore. Okay, I gotta be careful here. Okay. Okay, I need some darker values. That's gonna be more red, darker red. Here. This brush is pretty good for painting hair. What do you think? I should keep the hair kind of blue and red here, or maybe just more red or more blue? Then I'm trying to kind of create some movement and at the same time show that the hair continue. Just here. I want some soft edges. Okay, I'm gonna knock down this here, this orange. I think that would be a better balance if the light is just here. Okay, let's say that's the focal point. Okay. What do you think? Hello, Intisar. Hello, Petra. Hello, Bob. Thank you, Najiba. Okay, I think I just oversaturated the orange. Okay, I like it. Now, if I wanna just keep the balance, what I should do is add more color here. In that way, to the point that if I continue, saturate more here, saturate more, and keep the balance. If I saturate this even more, I'm breaking the balance between being this the focal point in terms of light, in terms of value, obviously. Okay. Now, or I can just make this orange move all the way to the left and all the way to the right. That's going to create some kind of illusion that there's the same light hitting the face and continues here. Like that like the door was open. But the thing is the light is different on the face, it's different on here. Yeah. That's something that I'm not so sure yet what to do. Okay. And I just gotta continue. When I don't know what to do, like it got to the point like I think, okay, maybe I should stop, or the balance is not complete yet. I need something more. What I do is I work on details. Okay. Now, one thing that's pretty important, obviously, is the hand. I'm gonna work on the hand a bit more. Well, I'm just thinking about if I just knock down one color, because what happens if we always think when it's about color harmony, what's the dominant color, what's the focal point, how saturated is this color, how good is the balance between warm and cool colors. Okay, and I think it was a good decision just to knock down the color on the skin, because the color here is basically gray. Okay? It's not a skin color or shadow, it's just gray. Because if I try to paint a skin color in shadow, that would be a little bit pinky, a little bit orangey. That would be a little bit different. I still can change it, obviously. I still can just add one color on top. It's not a problem. It's a matter just to be able to know if the balance is okay or not. Okay, and I'm just gonna try to rest my eyes, just in my brain, just paying attention to details. Okay. I always try to keep a sharp edge here on the nose, around the nose. Okay, here, here. And that way the nose, create the illusion that the nose is coming forward. Another thing that's going to be a highlight on the nose, even that the nose is in shadow, I need to add a highlight that's going to color, that's going to just pop. Let's see. I think a light green. Light green always works. Okay, I'm gonna leave it there for a second. Hola, Bran. Gracias. Okay. I got this vivid pink, a little bit of white. Just a little bit of white, okay? Let's see. Yeah. Okay, I want to work on the eyes. There's going to be some softness here. Remember that the upper eyelid, it creates a cast shadow on top of the eyeball. in my brush. Let's see if that works. I think that's good. Okay, just thinking. Okay, let's see the face. I should narrow the face a bit, I think. Here, dark cameo red deep. It's a little bit darker than the cameo red, just a little bit. I'm gonna use it here. Too red. Okay, I'm putting raw umber on top. I get the feeling that I'm missing something, or maybe I'm just overworking this, and the color is gonna just, one problem that we all that every time that we wanna just work with color is saturation. It's pretty common oversaturate the colors. Okay, and what it makes so difficult to control is that our eyes got used to this, the colors. My eyes just got used to the colors, and I'm not able to see, if I'm just oversaturated the colors or not. Okay, the thing is that what I'm trying to use to control that is gray. Okay, gray here, the one that I have here, It's like this, the gray is kind of letting me know if I'm losing control, if, you know, because that's a, this is a anchor point gray, okay? From there, I move to saturate or desaturate. Another thing is about proportion. And if you see the whole painting and you take out these colors from the painting, and this, look at my hand. Okay, let's use another thing. Piece of paper. Something that should be just white. Let's see. No color here. Oops, no, doesn't work. Yeah, use my hand, okay? If I take out the color from the face, look at the other colors. If I take out the color from here, look at the color harmony. Okay. Now I'm trying to keep proportions. If if I got a feeling that losing control on one color, what I could do is just paint on top, grade down the color. Okay. Just that. Let me do something. I'm going to pick up this orange. I need a lighter photograph that I have here to see the hair, because I don't see the much of the hair. Okay. Just looking down the light on the hand because I want to see, you know, this light hitting the fingers. And I thought about that when I started to add the light on the fingers, but I don't know what point I lost that. No, not the brush. Trying to get the light. Okay, yeah, it feels better, you know, it feels like this is guiding the eye just like there. Now I'd like to continue this with light here. I want to do it a little bit. I want to see if that's a good idea because I imagine this, but I need to see a little bit of this. You know, I did it at the beginning, but I thought at some point that it didn't work. Basically, I'm redoing this again. Okay, it worked. Slight. Okay, need to step back. This is okay, and this okay. This, not so sure. The light on the fingers, that's okay. Now I need to work on the hand again because by adding you know, the light kind of messed up the drawing. Okay. It could be just about laying down a brush stroke and just leave it there. Okay. Okay, let's see. We gotta think about all the possibilities, you know. I'm knocking down this color with a little bit of white. Okay, almost done. Okay. Almost done. Okay. 5 more minutes. A thin brush usually doesn't work to do something like this. This one is a little bit stiff. I forget to wash it, to clean it, and that's why I'm able to, because it's pretty soft. I wouldn't be able if that was so clean to lay down some marks or even put down too much paint or even a small amount of paint. I want some loose, some soft edges, but I want to try to break up those edges just with this brush. And then this one just to, in case I overdo it, to soften those strokes here and there. Okay. Okay, that would be for today. Hello, Nikki. Hello, Heidi. Okay. Okay, that's it for today. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here. See you all next time. Okay. Yeah, okay, that's it. Last thing I was thinking is I wanted to smooth out, soften, the eyes. Uh, yeah, I'm not gonna do it, but it's just like I get a feeling that I need some softness there because it's the color and the details that are here, and I think that's what I feel, that I need some more like a soft or even broken edges just to balance detail and color. Okay, I could be wrong, obviously. Remember that when you stare at your painting for more than an hour, you're tired and you're not gonna be able to judge the values and the color. Okay, take a rest and check out later. That's one thing that I'm gonna do. And okay, especially here, that I was thinking, I'm gonna do it a little bit here. Yeah, I want to do it more, but I'm just afraid of kind of erasing too much the eyes, and then I'm gonna just put myself on the position of basically painting the eyes again. Okay, take care, everybody. Thank you for being here. You know that you can join my Patreon account. That's the link on the description box. You can become a member of my channel, and you can just see some recorded sessions there. There are like 4 or 5, and yeah, what else? Just press the like button, obviously, if you like it, and see you all next time. Bye, everybody. Take care.